Care recipient singer hosts an online charity performance to give thanks to Tzu Chi. Jiangsu Tzu Chi volunteers teach locals to turn garbage into gold to protect the earth. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. During an epidemic, Tzu Chi volunteers in Paraguay sent epidemic prevention supplies to medical institutions and prisons. One of the Tzu Chi care recipients, Leo, who is also the lead singer of a band, his daughter suffered from mild epilepsy and were treated by TIMA. Hence, he hosted an online singing performance for charity to give thanks.
Standing on a gorgeous stage with professional singing posture, the band lead singer Leo, who is also Tzu Chi care recipient, hosts an online singing performance with his band members for charity.
I'm very grateful to Tzu Chi volunteer Liz for providing much assistance to my beloved country. Thank you very much.
Leo's daughter, who suffers from mild epilepsy, improved now after TIMA's treatment. His gratitude has turned into different songs of love, inviting the public to raise supplies to help the people in need.
Tzu Chi is a non-profit organization that spreads love through action. There are millions of certified volunteers in 60 countries.
Volunteers' love is spreading everywhere in Paraguay during the epidemic.
Some prisoners have no relatives and friends to come and care for them. Although the government gives rent care or subsidies, it is still not enough. Thank you, Tzu Chi, for providing aid supplies and love for them.
I'm very grateful to Tzu Chi Foundation for giving the medical station the most needed forehead, thermometer guns, and protective gowns.
Bueno, una vez más, muy buenos días, muchísimas gracias. Estamos acá con la señora Zulma de la Fundación Tzu Chi de China, ¿verdad? Entonces, muy agradecido en nombre de todo el hospital regional.
The first typhoon this year, Vongfong, hit central Philippines, causing a great disaster in Eastern Samar Province. The Philippine government urgently evacuated 300,000 residents. Tzu Chi volunteers from Tacloban went to the disaster-stricken area to assess the damage.
After the disaster, a team of Tacloban Tzu Chi volunteers visited the disaster-stricken area to assess the damage. Affected by the epidemic, there was a long queue of vehicles waiting to be checked before entering the village. What the volunteers saw in the affected village made them distressed.
When the wind was getting stronger, we ran to my mother-in-law's house to take refuge. From there, I saw clearly that our house was crushed by a fallen coconut tree.
Lovely's house was located in a coconut grove. The strong wind uprooted many towering coconut trees, and many wooden houses along the river were also damaged. In 2014, Melinda received Tzu Chi assistance after Typhoon Hekobit. She did not expect to see Tzu Chi volunteers again.
After every natural disaster, there will be a group of kind people like you to help us and give us what we need. We really want to express our deepest gratitude to you.
Vilma had originally saved some money for a renovated wooden house to a concrete one. Unfortunately, there was a natural disaster, and now she cannot build a house, but her life will also be difficult.
My family suffered a great loss in this typhoon. I hope my family in Luzon can help us rebuild our home when they see this. Today, I am very grateful to Tzu Chi volunteers for their care.
Today, volunteers visited is already 1 week after the typhoon. Many people started to rebuild their houses, yet the resources are very insufficient.
Government at saka non-government organization, meron na rin.
We have received assistance provided by the government and NGO, but they are not enough. We still need food and building materials.
Bigay ng magandang kalooban, food and shelter yung kailangan namin.
After understanding the needs of the residents, the disaster relief team also worked out relevant plans and will come back again to assist in the shortest time possible.
The COVID-19 epidemic has made the lives of impoverished people even harder. Indonesia City volunteers cooperated with the military police to distribute daily necessities to the scavengers in Jakarta Selatan.
Many iron hunts are built along the river, and the village was filled with recyclables. The sitting down area in Jakarta Selatan is also known as the scavenger village. Kalari used to pick up garbage from midnight to morning to feed the family. After the epidemic outbreak, his income was significantly decreased.
Before the epidemic happened, I could earn $2 to $3.5 a day, but after the epidemic, I can earn at most $1.80 a day. I can't even buy what I want.
The residents here make a living by picking up recycled materials, and their lives are already difficult. Duty volunteers cooperate with the military police to distribute a whole box of food to every household, hoping to help them in time.
The living condition of the residents in this area is very distressing, so we came here to care about them and do our best to assist. Even for small things, we have to do.
In central Jakarta, the distribution is hosted in 4 different places, sending out 500 aid supplies simultaneously.
I am so touched to be able to receive help, especially for those who are doing business like me. In this epidemic situation, very few customers go out to buy things.
With the help of the military police, people can get the supplies quickly to pass through the present difficulties.
Tzu Chi Hong Kong chapter has been working with the Chan Hotel to care for those living at the bottom of society. Due to the pandemic, many solitary seniors or low-income families have been severely affected. Hence, Tzu Chi volunteers cooperated with employees and other charity organizations launched to conduct an 8-month care program.
Tzu Chi volunteers and Chan Hotel workers gather at the YWCA in Hong Kong. To relieve pandemic worries, the 3 organizations are working together to present care packages to the disadvantaged.
Although everyone is of a different religion, we are all thinking about the blessings we can bring to the community. This group especially needs assistance. We are thankful for Chi Chi and the Shangri-La group for helping us.
The collaboration this time came to fruition thanks to the connection of volunteer George Chen, who works at a Chan hotel, and proposed working with Tzu Chi on this 8-month care program.
My chairman said he wanted to do something to help, but he had a few requirements. He said, first, it shouldn't be for hotel promotional purposes, and we should really be there to help people. And second, that it be long-term instead of just a one-time opportunity. I suggested the best option would be Tzu Chi.
Under Tzu Chi's accompaniment, hotel workers also contribute a little, and everyone quite enjoys giving of their service.
There are masks, preventative items, soap and food. They really need food to eat, and the items are healthy since it's vegetables. So when they received it, they were happy.
Master Zheng Yan has said we need to understand the misfortunes in life and count our own blessings. When I saw how moved the grandmother was when we cared about her, I was really thankful that she allowed us to help her. She was happy, and we are happy.
This care program is spread throughout the communities in Hong Kong. And in Wong Tai Shin District, Tzu Chi partnered with the Caritas Integrated Family Service Center.
Your love and care for our disadvantaged families during this time of the pandemic has been really helpful to them. Thank you for your assistance.
Though the COVID-19 pandemic separates the community by distance because of compassion, disadvantaged families have felt the warmth of love.
City volunteers promoted recycling campaigns in Kongdong DaAi Village and went to the Kunshan Forest Park to teach tourists recycling knowledge through games and slogans so that everyone can do recycling in daily life to protect the earth. At Kunshan Forest Park, a recycling banner is hung while volunteers of all ages shoulder the responsibilities to protect the earth.
爱地球很简单，1、3、5。
If we can cut one less trees because it takes 20 years for a tree to grow up.
It's my first time to learn about the garbage and the potential damages or if we can recycle them or not. I feel very different now.
They told us some concepts like the beef and the water's relationship. I thought about it, and we were surprised that the 7 or 8-year-old child is telling us 30-something people.
The tourists were also surprised by what the recycled items can turn into.
At the International Disaster Relief, we brought some blankets to give to those in need. That's why, in the end, we said that we turn garbage into gold and gold into great love.
The recycling concepts aren't just words. Here at the DaAi Village, people use their actions to demonstrate the best examples.
这样东西人家拿回去，外面的壳还需要扒掉，你看。
是此季的出现让我真正开始做起了环保。做环保我很开心。
Villagers and volunteers work for an entire day to clean out 4 trucks of recycled items to keep the homeland clean. 62-year-old Shaman Tzu Chi volunteer Xiao finally retired early to devote his time to recycling. Often he spends the whole day sorting recyclables. As he says, this is the calling of those who are safeguarding the earth, and he must fulfill his duty.
他给我感觉他就是马路天使了，就是一直在马路上跑啊跑啊，好像吃饭时间都过头了那一种。这样子变得身体，我们很担心他。
Having only eaten his breakfast halfway, Xiao Fangli rushes to leave the house after taking a call. This is his normal each day.
I think after he joined Chi and especially after devoting to recycling efforts, his health is much better. In the past, he just about catches a cold each month and takes a lot of medication, much of which is for indigestion, but he doesn't need them anymore.
Though he's not eating his meals at the normal times, his health has resumed after taking up the recycling mission.
He hated to be dirty in the past, but he has changed. Look, when he's doing recycling, Damajan excludes from him.
Before, I wasn't too willing to use my own vehicle to transport collected recyclables because honestly, recycled items are dirty, but now I don't mind and just use my vehicle to transport them.
Not caring about incorporating his vehicle in the recycling mission, Xiao's former habit of shopping has changed as well, which really surprised his son.
This caught on something and is torn. Look at how torn it is. If it was before he joined Chi, this would have long been thrown out in the garbage. Now he still wears it like normal, and he's not ashamed of it.
Collecting recyclables continuously, Xiao hardly takes a break. The recycling buyer who has long purchased from Xiao worries about his health and often gives him fruit to eat.
He often misses his mealtime and is late, so these items are for him to eat so he is not hungry on the road.
As day turns to night, this is the 9th journey on this day, but he is not showing any signs of stopping. Xiao proves his devotion to recycling with his efforts.
Fang Guanyu is a young volunteer at Jiangsu Tzu Cafe. He had allergies and asthma at an early age, with his father switching to a vegetarian diet to pray for his health. He soon followed suit and also loved to read books and Buddhist sutras.
Seizing this opportunity to promote vegetarianism, Fang Guanyuan is a young volunteer at Jiangsu Books and Cafe. He's a 5th grade elementary school student and has been vegetarian for 9 years.
I naturally think of those animals, and I don't want to eat those things.
Compassion is the reason for his perseverance, but in the beginning, it was his father who initiated the family's vegetarian habit.
At the age of 3, he started to have allergies and a poor physical condition. The allergies made it easy for him to catch a cold. After a cold, he started wheezing. So I made this wish like this: I will start eating vegetarian to allow my child to get better.
It wasn't just prayers and not eating meat which completely improved Guan Yun's physique, as he was also keen to read books which helped him become more knowledgeable. He's now the only vegan in his family.
Once I finished reading the Buddhist sutras, I wanted to be vegan to save these animals in cages. Because if you still eat eggs and drink milk, there will still be some small animals locked in a cage that are forced to lay eggs and provide milk.
When he said that he wouldn't drink milk and eat eggs, I told him that if he doesn't eat these things, there are a lot of snacks that he can't eat. Then he nodded and said that it was okay. I thought that he would give up, but he was still very committed as he has a very pure heart.
The heart of this child has impressed and won over his mother as the family makes sure to eat nutritious meals. This young boy and family are 100% healthy now.
YouTubers have become more popular in recent years, attracting many young people to do this profession. Today we take a look at one popular celebrity, Joe Man, who has more than 1 million subscribers. We also learn about his keys to success and how he ultimately settled on this profession for himself.
Hello everyone on DaAi TV. Today we have a special guest who is a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers. He frequently opens 3C products. Today we are going to know more about him, Joe Man.
传说中富豪家里都要有的暗门，郭董里面是挺贵的，对吧？你猜？一定是挺贵的啊！所以邀请伯恩来到现场。
没错，就是抄袭。
不是，我当初没有这样子讲。
The humorous Joe Man has led us into his studio, showing us around.
Are you recording? Yes, already. I'm sorry to making you wait. I got a little bit busy.
现在不能够握手问好，对不对？
拱手。
谢谢，我可以坐吗？
可以。
这个。
In college, Joe Man studied at the most competitive electrical engineering department of National Jiao Tong University, but because of his interest in reviewing video games, he wanted to transfer to the communication department.
At that time, the whole world was against me because I'm halfway through my junior year. Everyone thought that I have completed 60 or 70 credits already, and it's a pity to give up. So I was obedient and continued to study until the 6th year of university.
These are original stainless steel ice cubes, and let's take a closer look. The random unboxing of stainless steel ice cubes was unexpectedly popular, leading Joe Man to see an opportunity to develop as a YouTuber. He knew what kind of video is easy to broadcast, as he used electronics and did unpacking of 3C items, as well as interviews, as his number of fan subscribers reached nearly 1.8 million.
I think that for our generation, one feature of the new media is that it is relatively closer to the audience. We create an image for the audience, which is more like a man or an uncle who lives next to you.
我们这个棚有的时候转一下，然后
The studio costing $30,000 US with lighting sets, photography clips, and professional equipment, which are all the work of a perfectionist Virgo.
For creating images, my goal is to always improve. I used to have a small camera or GoPro to take a single shot, but now we will buy some equipment for business or some better hardware.
Joe Man's success did not occur overnight. He was a video game reviewer in 2010. And after a decade of intense competition as a YouTuber, he says the biggest pressure is that from the public opinion.
As long as your popularity reaches a certain level, we will definitely meet some haters. When they don't know me, they may hate me at first. At that time, I was much fatter than I am now. I still hold a relatively healthy attitude. If I think that I can change, I will change. Some people still really hate me, no matter how I changed. So I basically don't pay any attention to them.
The optimistic Joe Man let the haters go as he learned that many people envy him for being a popular YouTuber. Joe Man still likes to dream, but he also has to be realistic.
When I was leaving the technology industry, I started to imagine how great it would be working for myself. If I wanted to sleep in late, I could do anything that I wanted. But when I got my first case, it was different, and the line between work and life began to blur.
All questions during the interview are ad hoc. Being asked the most serious question he has ever faced, he still replied to it.
This question is really hard to answer. Let me think about it. I'm willing to say yes because it's a booming industry. After all, there may be some pressure on enrollment in private schools, as we must create some departments that are more attractive to young people. These courses must have core strengths such as knowledge of equipment or image production or media debates. But currently, we see that 80% of the celebrities are not from these departments, so I think there shouldn't be pressure to pursue such courses.
This is an era when everyone has a chance to succeed, and Joe Man encourages those who want to become YouTubers to read more so as to come up with more ideas and stories.
I hope that the content I created can accompany the audience and make them happy.
Tzu University affiliated high school recently held a coming-of-age ceremony for grade 12 students. The students had to go through 5 challenges of compassion, wisdom, vow, action, and respect to understand the morality, responsibility, and selflessness for an adult, and they could also build the right value and goal of life.
160 grade 12 students from the Tzu Chi University affiliated high school walked from Beibing Park to Xixing Lake for their first stop of the coming-of-age ceremony, and it's to clean up the environment. After putting on aprons and headscarves, these students do not know what to do next. In this challenge, they must make fried rice. Many of them have never cooked before, so some of them drop the eggshells in the wok or cooking mishaps. However, some do well despite being their first time cooking. The school arranged 5 challenges with regard to compassion, wisdom, vow, action, and respect to let the students learn about family budgeting, understanding charity work, social ethics, and teamwork.
Whether it is time management or social interaction, I've made some progress.
I feel more mature, and it felt good to step out of my comfort zone.
Every one of them also leaves a fingerprint on his coming-of-age certificate and recite the vow. These high school students will step forward to become adults. Their teachers and Tzu Chi volunteers crown them and wish them well as they are ready to take full responsibilities for themselves and become role models.
10 and DaAi kindergarten children cook simple vegetarian dishes to invite parents and families to join a healthy diet. Take a look and goodbye.